I didn't realise it at the time, but I was feeling very tired and weighed down by my house and all my possessions and all the responsibilities I have in life. So today I wanted to talk about how selling your home and completely decluttering everything that you have can bring you this freedom and a new lease of life. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zoe and I am selling my home. It's nearly sold. Still have my fingers crossed, but nearly sold. And selling all my possessions and my car and everything, so I can go full-time travelling in my retirement. And today I wanted to talk about how different I feel having gone through the process and nearly at the other end of it. And hopefully give you some tips on, if you're thinking of doing the same thing. Now, this will probably apply to you, even if you don't need to be going off travelling and doing this, but even if you want to downsize or just, declutter a bit, make some space, it really can make you feel so much better. So let's talk about that. So my priorities have changed now I've hit my 50s. I no longer am seeking to make lots of money, have the big fancy house, the cars. I'm looking for a much simpler lifestyle, a much calmer lifestyle, and one where I can have financial stability, but I don't need to win the lottery to do that. How I can just make ends meet and, like I say, just have a simpler life. And so that's why I chose to sell up and go. And here's some of the perks that I found going through this journey. So it wasn't easy when I started, because this was my house before. I mean, I am a maximalist. I love having all my things around me. And to give it all up, it was such a hard task. It really was. But my house is almost empty now. I have all this space. Everything's white. I mean, I'm just not a person that likes white, but everything seems to be white in here and bright. And I know some people will love that. But I'm feeling so much lighter. I don't feel so attached to everything. And I feel freer to go and explore things more that I want to do. But I'm saving a lot of money. I haven't bought clothes for ages. I'm just not buying anything anymore because where am I going to put it? Where am I going to take it? I'm going to take one case with me. So I'm like wearing my clothes till they wear out. And I'm just not buying anything. I've saved a fortune. 18 months ago, I would have been that person who walked into the shop, saw a dress I liked and would just buy it. And then put it in the wardrobe because it didn't fit properly and it just stayed there for another 20 years. When I look back now and I think, all the money I've wasted, especially like when I've been clearing things out and I've like, oh my goodness, I bought these things I wore once. Some of them I never wore. And I'm just amazed how much money I've wasted over the years. But I'm saving so much now. I'm actually embracing this frugal lifestyle and I'm just not buying anything and doing with what I've got. It's wonderful. It's really, really freeing. And I'm not saying, like, even if you're not doing what I'm doing, you don't need to go to this extreme. But if you do your decluttering and you realise how much you've spent on things that you never worn or used. How many kitchen appliances have we brought over the years? We stick them in the cupboard. We never use them. I had like one of these all-in-one baker steamer thing. I sold it, got rid of it. But I think I've only used it twice in my life. It's just so wasteful, isn't it? And that's everybody. It's when the air fryers came out. Everyone said, oh, you've got to get an air fryer. You've got to have this. Then it's slow cookers. Oh, it just goes on. Don't buy anything. Don't buy anything unless you really, really need it. And that's one of the things you learn from decluttering. You just don't want to waste any more money. Once you've thrown away things and you think about how much that cost you, you think again about buying things. And my mindset's really changed for that, and I'm saving a fortune. You can just save a fortune. And for me now, selling my house, what this does for me is it gives me like financial freedom, because as you probably know, owning a house is expensive. You've got your council tax, you've got your electricity bills, you've got insurances, your phone bills. Oh, there's just so much. Then you've got all the maintenance to worry about and the upkeep. Oh my God. I can't tell you how I'm not going to miss all of this. I'm just so looking forward to getting exchanged and completed on my house and having that freedom not to worry about being responsible for a building. I'm now going to be free to go wherever I want. I don't need to have a fixed abode. This is something that's drilled into us when we're growing up. Oh, you must have a house, that shows that you've made it. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm in my 50s and I don't want one anymore. I want to just go and be where I want to be and not be tied anywhere. Be free to move on again. I've worked hard in my life. I need to do things for myself now. They just don't involve bricks and mortar. Now, if I wasn't, I think even if I thought, oh, I need to have a home, I think I definitely would have downsized. I had something smaller, probably a flat, even though it's leasehold, because then you don't have some like the building maintenance issues to deal with. Yes, you have to pay the service charges and everything, but that would have taken a big relief off me. And that was one of the options I thought about. And then I thought, you know what? No, because I'm still going to be paying electricity, gas, and some insurances, and I don't want that. I can always buy one later on if I really feel I need somewhere to live. But I feel free. I do. I feel absolutely free. And that's the benefit. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed with your house, honestly, I'm not saying just sell everything and do what I'm doing, but think about downsizing. Give yourself a little bit more financial freedom. Oh, honestly, I feel wonderful for it. Best decision I've ever made in my life. Now let's get to some practical tips here, because decluttering is hard. It's hard, and if you have as much stuff as I had, it's just, there's a lot to do, but it's emotionally draining as well. Everything has a memory. Everything has a meaning to you. Well, you think it does until you start going through it. And then you realise, why have I got this dress? Why have I got these boots? Why have I got this? But you have to just get on with it and do it a bit at a time. Don't just think, I've got to do all of this in a weekend. It's too much. It's too much. You've had this stuff for too long. It's part of you. You've kind of got to say goodbye to it. So give yourself some time. Do a little bit a day. That's what I did. I filled one box or one bin bag a day. And you don't need to feel like you wasted it. Give it to charity. Don't go and put it in the landfill. Give it to charity. And if you watch my video on when I was talking to Jonathan from Bernardo's, I was amazed how much of my stuff they could make use of. Because when I'm emptying my wardrobe, I'm like, I can't give that to charity. It's too tatty. Or, it's a bit worn. But they actually can make use of everything. So you could feel so much better by donating it to a charity. Then you don't feel like you've wasted it. When you go and put it in the bin or take it up to the recycling centre, it does feel a bit wasteful. And that can be quite hard. But if you know it's going somewhere good, then it's not so bad. Or give it to family. Like, I always have my dad's ring. I used to wear it on my chain. And, it was very close to my dad, so it meant a lot to me. But I always knew that one day it would go to my son. And I didn't want to lose it while I was travelling, so I gave it to my son. And I gave it to him early, because he was going to have it anyway. And some of my clothes I gave to family. Lots of my ornaments and pictures went to family. A lot of my furniture went to my son because he bought a house. So I found use for everything. I tried not to throw too much away. You know, there were some things that you have to throw away, you know, they're broken or they're just no good. But in the main, I tried to find a purpose for everything, either by giving it away to someone I knew or to charity. And it didn't feel so bad then and so wasteful. Now, if you are selling your house, oh, I've had a drama selling my house. It's taken forever. And free estate agents. So my tips for that is, pick a good estate agent. And unfortunately, it's quite hard to pick a good one because, you know, I did research and I asked people and I did a poll on Facebook to find the best one for my second estate agent, but they didn't turn out to be so great. Fortunately, I did find a really good agent for the third time. He's been superb. He did everything he said he was going to do, and he got me multiple buyers in less than 10 days, and he's been on top of the process so far. He's just been, you know, I didn't think estate agents like that existed, and I'm pleased to say they do. So get yourself a good agent. Secondly, make sure they take good photographs. So my first two took them on iPhones, and like they had fancy cameras, but the pictures weren't great. This last agent, well, first he came around my house and made me change everything. That's why everything is white, because he made me put white rugs down and white curtains. Well, actually, white curtains was one of my subscribers' idea, which the agent thought was great as well. So white curtains went up. We lightened everything. He, you know, told me where to put the furniture. He told me how to stage it. And he had a professional photographer come around, and the pictures were so much better. And the proof was in the pudding. In 10 days, I had lots of viewings and I had multiple offers. So, you know, take your time, but find that right agent. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But gosh, that made a difference. But get your house on the market as soon as possible, whether you're selling up or whether you're downsizing, because the process in the UK can take a long time. So get yourself going and get your decluttering going at the same time. There's something behind my head. I think it's my plant. It looks like it's sticking out my head. Oh, look there. That's the only plant I've got left, and apart from the garden. Yeah. And then when you've made the decision to do something different with your life, you know, research it well. So I do a lot of research on the different countries I want to go and visit, the visa options, cost of living in these countries, lots of research to get comfortable with your chosen path, because this is a big step. You know, we're in our 50s and we're making life-changing decisions here. And in my case, on my own. If you've got a partner, great, because you can do it together. But if you're on your own, you know, but really, really think about what you want to do, because this is your time now. And don't be afraid to fail. I know that this could all go terribly wrong for me. I could go travelling and go, oh, I don't like this. I want to go home. Then I'll come home. And, you know, I still have my capital. I can buy myself a little flat somewhere. Just don't be afraid to fail. We just don't know what's around the corner. We just don't know. But follow your dreams. And for me, selling the house and getting rid of all my stuff is allowing me to do this. It's allowing me to explore my dreams. And like I say, I would have downsized otherwise, just to give myself that little bit more freedom. You know, whatever your dream is, it could be just taking up golf. It could be spending more time with your grandchildren, working with charities. It could be anything. But this is our time to do that now, and give yourself the space to do that. And, you know, getting rid of all this noise around you, it really does help you see what you want to do. A couple of years ago, I was really struggling with what I was going to do with the rest of my life. You know, my kids have grown up now, they're married, they've moved on. I didn't really want to stay working in the fitness industry anymore. I really wanted a new challenge. I felt very stagnant, and I thought, gosh, I'm only in my 50s and I've got hopefully years left. I don't want to be just sat here on my own with no purpose in life. I guess that's what I was struggling with. I just felt I had no purpose in life and nothing to look forward to. Now, the process of selling my house and decluttering has been hard, and I'm not going to lie about that. You've followed me. You know I've struggled through this. I've had some ups and downs. It's not easy. It's been emotional. It's been stressful, but it has been worth it. I feel now so much more energized and excited about retiring and going off to do what I want to do. I haven't felt this excited about anything for, oh gosh, I can't even remember when I was this excited. I think when I was going to Australia, I was very excited about that. But I knew that was only 2 months. And it just felt, just made me want to go even more. And I really do feel, that I have so much more to look forward to now. It was honestly the best decision I ever made. And it was worth all the stress, all the emotional ups and downs. It's been worth it because I feel lighter, I feel energized, I feel excited for life. I can't wait to get going. I just got to get rid of all my responsibilities here. I want no responsibilities. I just want to be free. And even if you're not going going as far as I am, even if you're just downsizing or you're just trying to clear your house a bit, make some space, you will see the difference. You will feel the difference. You might not feel it at the time. It might feel emotional and stressful. But when you get there, you would, honestly, it's wonderful. You just have like a new lease of life. It's like you're starting again. Just even clearing a room makes you feel, a sense of achievement. I've done something. Just because we're in our 50s, it doesn't mean that we're over the hill. It doesn't mean we have to just stay here in our homes as they are with nothing to look forward to. No. We can all change at any time we want. It's never too late. And you just got to try, haven't you? This is our chance. This is our time. So if you're selling up and decluttering and you're thinking about it and you're scared about it, because it is a scary decision, make sure it's what you really, really want to do, of course, and then embrace it. Just embrace the process and look forward to the future. I hope some of these tips have helped and some of my insights into how I felt. But obviously any questions, just put in the comments. I'm happy to help. Oh, thanks for watching. Oh, yeah, nearly there. See you soon. Bye.